What I try to do is help them to understand that everything in our lives is impacted by government.
Yeah, it is.
Everything.
Audrey Gordon, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course, of course. I always like to dive in like deep questions first. So if you don't mind, I'm going to do that.
Sure.
Okay. Is pineapple an acceptable pizza topping?
Yes.
Really?
And I have to say yes, because my husband's favorite pizza is pepperoni and pineapple.
Oh.
So I can't say no.
Oh
It
my
is
gosh.
absolutely acceptable.
You like it? You love it?
Yeah, I even eat a piece or two of his. We always do the pizza
Oh,
in
you
half.
half and half? Okay.
Yeah.
What's on
Mine
your
is
half?
just straight pepperoni.
Okay.
Let's keep it simple.
I go straight cheese.
Oh, wow.
I'm boring like that.
Yeah.
Go straight cheese.
That's
yeah.
okay.
My wife, she likes pepperoni and this cauliflower crust. You had
Oh,
that?
wow. I've not heard of that one.
You know, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I've had it a couple times. It's not bad, but ordinarily, I
You wouldn't have that.
no, and I'm not a big cauliflower eater anyway.
Oh, I am.
Are you? You like
And
cauliflower?
broccoli. Half your plate should be vegetables.
I'm
Half your
doing
pizza
the
should be
green
vegetables.
beans. I'm doing asparagus. I'm doing
Good,
veggies.
good.
And sometimes she'll make some broccoli. Sometimes that I enjoy, but I just can't do. Oh, and squash. She's got me eating squash
Oh,
now.
good.
I like some squash. Yeah. But yeah, I can't do cauliflower. I don't know what it is.
Ah, okay.
All
You're
right.
doing some.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right. Text message or phone call?
What's the purpose?
I'll give you some context. 20 years ago, when the phone rang, we were excited. Now, if my phone rings, I think, who on earth had the gall to dial my phone number and call me with their voice? Text message for me, but
I do a combination of both.
yeah.
There are times when I think in a text message, the tone is lost.
That's true.
So I have to pick up the phone and say, don't get me wrong.
Right.
What I mean to say is
Yeah.
this.
I'm not trying to be harsh, but
Right,
that's
right.
true. It's hard to convey emotion
Yes.
in a
with
text. You kind of have to, when like you receive a text, sometimes you have to think like, what are they trying to say here, really? Okay. One more. How many times do you hit the snooze bar?
In the morning?
Yeah.
0.
Are you a zero
I do
snooze?
not use an alarm.
Hold on.
I train my body to rest and to rise. I do not use an alarm.
You don't use an alarm at all?
No.
What time are you up?
I'm up between 6:30 and 7:30.
And you just wake up?
You can train your body to rest and to rise
What time do you have to go to sleep then?
between 10 and 11. But I must say the Australian Open is on right now, and I've gone a
So you'll
little
stay-
bit
you'll stay
beyond
late.
that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you stay up to watch the Australian Open, you still going to get up between 6:30 and 7:30?
Yes.
What?
Because the body is trained to rise.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I am guilty of using the snooze bar, and
Oh, wow.
I'm an early riser, and I subscribe to all those things that we're taught about getting up and getting after it. I'm still up by 6:30, 6:45.
Okay.
But, if my wife were here, she'd be like, why do I have to get up at 6 and 6:08 and
Yes.
6:16,
Okay.
6:23?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I keep hitting the snooze
Yeah.
bar. So, all right, cool. So, Pearl Consulting,
Yes.
what year did you start?
December of 2024.
That's really specific.
Yes.
December. Talk to me about November of 2024.
So November of 2024, my team and I were preparing to have an official launch
Okay.
in December. And Pearl Consulting was actually incorporated in May of 2024.
Okay.
So we had been working on all the foundational
You
pieces.
knew we were going.
Yeah, getting the logo set up, the website. Entrepreneurs know what this is all about. Getting it, all the incorporation papers done, the social media platforms done, the introductory, what I call the introductory folder,
Right.
all the pieces, the bank accounts,
Yeah, all
all of
that.
that. And we had started working before the official launch, but I wanted to save the official launch for my birthday.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Okay.
so it was launched on December 4th of 2024.
December 4th of
Yes.
2024.
Yes.
And that's your birthday.
Yes.
Very cool.
So it's
Okay.
a young business, and it's just a little over a year.
Why go into business for yourself?
I wanted to go into business. I have a business degree.
Okay.
So I have a master's in business administration from the Asper School of Business in the province where I live, which is Manitoba. And my husband is a small business owner. So I helped him to launch his business. But I come from a family of entrepreneurs.
Okay.
My father, we immigrated from Jamaica to Canada.
Okay.
And my father was in the hotel industry for years and years. And then he said, I need to go into business for myself. So he launched custom concrete contracting business.
Okay.
And I was 5 years old when we came to Canada. So I think he might have been doing this in my early adolescent years. And I watched him. And I even have a scar on my leg from a rebar injury that I had helping him on site. So I saw, how you establish a business, how you gain customers, how you maintain customers, how you scale. And so, and a lot of my family as well are in businesses. And I just loved it. And I thought, I've spent so many years in the public service.
Right.
And it's time for me to chase that passion of starting something from seedling, to a tree, hopefully an oak tree. And I said, I'm going into business. I'm going to take everything I've learned about government regulations and guidelines, public policy, and how it impacts small businesses, and everything I've learned from my academia about business, and launch my own.
So all those years in public service in Canada.
Yes.
Which province?
Manitoba.
Manitoba. Okay. So you learn all these things and how they impact a small business. Now you've got all the information, all the tools that small business owners probably just don't even think about. They don't even know. Is that accurate?
Well, they know a lot about business.
Sure.
I think what I bring to the table that's different is my understanding of how public policy that's established by government and regulations, taxation decisions, how they impact small businesses.
Okay.
So they know the business side of it. And what you'll see a lot of businesses are doing is they're hiring, or they have a new position called business government relations, or a government relations person, because they're recognizing the need to understand government and how it works, and how to, quite often government is offering grants to small businesses. They're funneling some of those grant monies through chambers.
Yeah.
And then the chambers working with their membership to allocate funds. So now they need to understand, how do I approach government for grants? How do I lobby government or advocate for the business community or the business sector I'm in for changes to government bills and legislation?
Right.
So that's what I think I have that's different. A deep understanding in government relations.
Yeah. That just, with everything else that, I'm trying to relate it to where myself as a business owner, like I didn't finish business school. I didn't do all those things. I didn't learn a lot of those things. And so when you start talking about how government policy or legislation impacts my business, I wouldn't even know where to begin. And I feel like so many other business owners are probably in that position where they need somebody to kind of come alongside them and explain, here's an opportunity that they probably would just overlook.
Exactly. And what I try to do with the clients that we work with is help them to understand that everything in our lives is impacted by government.
Yeah, it is.
Everything. Think about it, like in healthcare, we say healthcare starts from cradle to grave.
Right.
It impacts every part of your life.
It sure does.
But if government decides to close a hospital, close a clinic, reduce inpatient beds, it affects
The whole,
entire-
the whole
right.
community.
So what I do with clients is help them to understand how some of the challenges, some of the barriers that they're experiencing in their business is partially related to government decisions,
Yeah.
and how we can work with government officials to address those. So it's not always about the businesses doing something wrong.
Right.
It's the infrastructure and the framework that's around the business that is causing some of the problems. And so they need to learn how to talk with government officials. And what I find as well is sometimes they're talking to the wrong government official.
What do you
So
mean?
the wrong level of government. So
Oh,
in
interesting.
Canada,
Okay.
we have municipal, provincial, and federal.
Okay.
I am sitting on a nonprofit board where they've been having an issue with getting something done. So I joined their board and I said, well, I'll join the committee because it was government related, the issue.
Okay.
So I took all the paperwork home and drilled down, and they were actually talking to the wrong level of government.
So no matter what they did, they were going to get, wow.
And what was interesting was buried deep in a lot of materials was one letter that told them years ago where they needed
Oh
to.
no, like it was there all
Yes,
along.
but what happens is you just keep thinking that the issue is healthcare related,
Yeah.
so I should be talking to the province. But what they needed to do was to talk to the municipal city government.
Wow.
So that's what I bring, I believe, to this business that I have, Pearl Consulting, that may be missing from other businesses.
Yeah, yeah. I can totally see that. Talk to me about, so you're coming from Canada.
Yeah.
So you said provincial? Give it to me again.
Municipal is the city.
Then provincial.
Yes.
Then federal. Does that relate here in the States? So
Yes.
county,
Yes.
state, federal? Would
Yes.
kind of be similar? Similar idea?
Absolutely.
Okay, so now I'm getting a clearer picture. You know, I here locally, I talk to local legislators, you know, county commission, city council. But if I needed something done at a higher level, then maybe I got to talk to somebody at the state.
Exactly.
That's why some of the larger companies spend time in Tallahassee, where the state.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting to know their government officials.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So talk to me about, so born in Jamaica, moved to Canada. Now you're here in Florida. Anywhere else in the United States you've been living or no?
Oh, I don't live in the
Okay.
U.S. I have a
Okay.
home here.
Okay.
So I'm here 6 months of the year.
6 months of the year.
Canadians can only be on U.S. soil for 6 months.
And then you got to go back.
And then we go back.
And when you go back, you have to be gone for 6 months?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. So talk to me about,
About that?
yeah, and you know, because I was talking to you a little bit before the show started, but like I feel as a business owner, there's just so many balls in the air, so many hats to wear, right? But I don't have to be all out of here in 6 months. So like, how does that impact your business? It's got to be frustrating, right? Or no?
Well, not really, because when I launched Pearl Consulting, I wanted the business to be global.
Okay.
So we are seeking contracts in Canada, in the United States, and we want to expand into the Caribbean.
Okay.
Because my homeland is Jamaica, and I want to give back to the Caribbean islands.
Okay.
So we already operate in a global business environment. So we need to look at ways to make our business marketable globally without physically being there.
Right.
So I talk to people who are working for a company in Germany, but they're sitting in Canada in an office. And so this just speaks to how global our marketplace has become. So I can be in Canada, in Manitoba, assisting an organization that's in the US.
Okay.
I can.
Just
I
the
can
same way, yeah.
My latest client is from Trinidad and Tobago. I haven't gone there yet.
Are you planning to?
I will.
Yeah.
But we can do work for countries and islands and organizations that are not necessarily in our backyard.
That's true.
If we want our businesses to be global.
Do you think the globalization of business has become easier post-COVID?
Oh, absolutely.
Because I think so. Okay.
Absolutely. And there's so much good. I know we don't want to talk about COVID because we tend to think of it in a negative light.
Right.
But there's so much good that came out of it as well.
Yeah.
We can work virtually.
Yeah.
We've started to think more globally about how the way we do business. We've had to pivot and do business differently.
Yeah.
A lot more online work, a lot more Zoom meetings, team meetings.
People more comfortable with.
Yeah, more comfortable with that.
Pre-COVID, I would fly to a potential client.
Exactly.
They'd get referred. They find us on Google, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll hop on a plane," and I'll still do that, right? Like, so pre-COVID, it was kind of a standard. Kind of had to. Post-COVID, they're more comfortable. Just let's hop on a Zoom or a Teams or whatever, and that's worked out really well. But as we've gotten further away from it, I've gone back to taking a flight. Yeah, because so many other people only rely on Zoom. And so I've had deals where a potential client is like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna hop on a plane and let's meet face to face. And that's all it took. Like, because nobody else was willing to come, face to face. So I think, a lot of that has come out of it, but it's also opened opportunities for that traditional, like you said, you're going to go to Trinidad and Tobago.
Absolutely.
That face-to-face interaction, because somewhere along the line, we started to rely on the Zoom, on the virtual, I think a lot of opportunity though. We don't do business out of state, not necessarily because we can or won't. We just, I don't know, there's so much business to do here in the United States, right? So we've never really dabbled with it, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. I would imagine I'd have to learn some customs, and I feel like the customs.
You'll have to start saying "a" if you come to Canada.
Yeah, I remember the first time we met, we were having coffee, and you said it. I was like, "Oh yeah, she's from Canada." What's that about? Is that just part of the lingo?
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why I wanted the business to be able to support organizations in the United States is because of the population of Canadians that come to Florida.
What is that?
It's quite high.
Really?
Yeah. So they're coming here to escape our winters.
It's the warmest place they can get.
Well, maybe not this week.
Yeah, it's true. It's chilly.
But they're coming to escape our winters, and they're accessing healthcare while they're here. They're accessing. They're buying homes. They are touching base with businesses. There are Canadians that are operating businesses here through different visas. And helping organizations here to understand just the language of doing business with Canadians.
How do you, whether there or here or wherever, how do you identify a potential client? Like, what are those attributes that a business or a nonprofit has that makes them ideal to work with Pearl Consulting?
Well, they need help with strategic planning. They need help with governance. They need help with training their leaders. They have a specific project that they require assistance with. They usually find us, but I'm very intentional as well, which is why I joined Lakewood Ranch Business Alliance.
Yeah, I heard that,
and I'll join the chamber as well, because I want to be, like you said, in person with these business owners, having face-to-face discussions. So what makes them want to reach out to Pearl? They need help. Nonprofits might need help with their donor base, how to get more donors, how to maintain the donors that you have, because there's such a pull by other nonprofits for their monies.
Yeah. It's highly competitive. Yeah.
The backbone of most nonprofit organizations are volunteers. How do you get volunteers to come out? People to give their time. What's in it for them?
Yeah, that's true.
So they reach out to us because they see that the team and the business has the expertise. We're not just saying that we will help you in these 3 sectors. We are showing you that we are in those sectors.
Right.
I'm on those boards. My team is highly credentialed. They've worked in healthcare at high levels. I've worked in healthcare. I have my own business. Many of them have their own business. So they're coming to us for a specific expertise.
Expertise. That's the word I was just sitting thinking.
Yeah.
All right. So talk to me about, this is going to be a fun question, because I now know that you wake up on your own, like you trained yourself. Talk to me about motivations. Like, how do you stay motivated? And before you answer that, some context. I feel that consulting, I know that when I'm consulting, sometimes, not always, but sometimes it can kind of be the same things, right? And so we kind of get into like this lull. But how do you stay motivated when you get into a lull?
That's a really good question. How I stay motivated is to do a variety of things.
Okay.
So I don't just do my business.
Okay.
I do extracurricular activities.
Such as?
Like I play tennis, I play golf, I play pickleball,
Are you good?
I walk.
Can you golf?
I can golf.
Okay.
I can be out there I need a lot of mulligans.
Okay. Me too.
Let's just put it that way. But I've loved tennis all my life, and I just started playing last year, and I absolutely love it. And I found that I'm good at it.
Nice.
I think because I've watched it for so long.
Gotcha.
Visual learning.
It helps.
So I don't just do my business. I volunteer as well.
Okay.
Giving back to the community, because I believe it's important to be in the sectors, really be on the front line of the sectors that you aim to support.
Yes.
So if you aim to support organizations in the health sector, simply having the book knowledge and reading about the health sector isn't enough.
Yeah.
You must also spend time on the front lines.
Yeah.
Understanding what the issues are in emergency departments. Understanding patient flow for yourself.
Yeah.
Not from the book.
No,
or from an article.
It's not the same.
Yeah. Spend some time sitting around the emergency department, maybe.
Yeah.
And so I stay motivated by always spending time, whether it's volunteering, attending conferences or work in the sectors, because you're bound to hear something that motivates you.
Yeah.
Perhaps a story from someone who's running a business that might be in a lull that you're in.
Right.
And suddenly they tell you something about how they pull themselves out of it.
Get that little nugget off of them. Yeah.
Eureka. I didn't think about that. So,
Eureka.
Yeah.
I like that word.
Yeah. So I think every business owner gets into the lull.
Yeah.
But everyone, and there are tough times and difficult decisions need to be made about, do I continue? Do I pivot? But I spend a lot of time just chatting with business owners who are mentors, who went ahead of me to check things out and are 20, 30 years into
pave the way
a business. And I say, okay, what do you do when you're in the valley?
Yeah.
And they say, this is what you do.
Mentors are so
mentors are so good.
Yeah.
Business coaches are good as well. So I spend time just talking to people who have done it and have succeeded.
I agree with that. I'm coaching as well. I've got two coaches. So one for business, one for public speaking. But yeah, mentors are such a huge part of of success. And I would submit that you learn good things from mentors, but also what not to do
Yes.
from some mentors, right? Like I've had, mentors in my life, they don't even know that that I was,
the impact.
I'm taking stuff from them, good and bad. I don't think I should treat people that way. You like kind of learn
Yes.
from them what you shouldn't do. But yeah, I've had so many mentors that just, I would not, like you said, they've gone and done it.
Yes.
And hey, I want to just give me some crumbs. Just give me a little bit of that. I love the idea of just being on the front lines too, having what great networking opportunities that is. I've always thought that like, if I were to start all over again, if I wanted to only serve builders, contractors, I would find where they ate lunch.
Yeah.
Like where's the go-to spot for them to eat lunch, and that's my office. Like I would just go there and just do work. You know what I mean? Because you just have a stray conversation here or there, and it leads to an introduction here or there, and it's just organic networking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's all part of. I mean, one of my favorite quotes is "Be teachable."
Be teachable.
You don't know everything, and you're not always right.
Yep.
So it's very important to be teachable. And so when you are reaching into this what you talked about, like finding out where the builders eat lunch.
Yeah.
You're basically saying I'm teachable. Right?
Absolutely.
If I go and sit in an emergency department, sounds strange, but when I was in project management and I was asked to do work to improve emergency department patient flow, I would go and sit in an emergency department.
How else are you going to learn?
And monitor the way it works, not just read about it or look at the stats. And so what you're doing is you're opening yourself to learn.
Yeah.
And you're showing that you're teachable. That's how you get out of the lulls.
I love it.
Read great books.
Read great books.
Part of being teachable.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a great one. I would add, and I don't know if everybody's like this, but I'm just like super grateful, right? Like I have this weird, like I literally am grateful for a pillow and a roof and like just the things that we really don't think about. Air conditioning, we just really don't think about. It's supposed to be there. It's supposed to work. I'm paying for it or whatever, But I actively am thankful and grateful for a full belly or just little things like that. And I feel like it bleeds into my business life.
Oh, for sure.
I'm grateful for it. Even if I don't get something, I had a referral recently, a colleague of mine who referred myself, our agency, and another agency. And we were fortunate enough to get the business. And the other company was not happy at all. And I was just kind of like, if we didn't get the business, I would just been grateful that I got the opportunity. At least I got a seat at the table, because not everybody gets a seat at the table.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so just this overwhelming sense of gratitude in everything I do has kind of led to keeping me motivated.
Good for you.
You know what I mean?
Good. Yeah.
Who along your journey, who's been the biggest influence in your business life?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
My father.
I thought so.
My father passed away in 2017. But watching him build his own business, a lot of setbacks, lots of discouragement, but just persevered and continued. My father definitely was a great role model.
I love it.
And now I teach in the business school back home. So I have all these great role models, all these professors and entrepreneurs, because we have what's called an associates program that's part of the business school. And it's associates are business owners that are linked to the business school that provide guidance in our programming, guidance in our curriculums. They help the undergraduate students to launch businesses. They score case competitions, and I have access to all of those great minds.
Nice.
So yeah, I have lots of role models, but definitely throughout my youth and early years, my father.
I love it.
Yeah, and even on the lull days, like you talk about, I just think about the times I saw him have those lull times,
Yeah.
and he just kept going. And I just
keep going.
keep going. Just keep going.
Just keep going. Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you said. I agree when people talk about like pivoting and
Yes.
and things like that. But you know, I've always been one that has never. Can I say this? Have I never thought about giving up? I don't think I've ever. I don't think I've given serious thought to. I'm just going to do something else. I can see like if I were in an industry that was like really impacted by economy shifts or political shifts or something like that, maybe. You know what? I'll say this. I'll admit this. The when COVID occurred, going back to that for a sec, but like we shut down here in Florida very briefly. But that day we shut down was maybe they let us know on a Friday or something like that. And I remember the first business day after, we had 2 clients call and cancel, like back to back within an hour. And we don't lose clients. It doesn't happen very often. And we had 2 cancel back to back. And I remember getting real scared.
Oh, wow.
Like, man, like I understand why there's so much unknown. I remember being scared and thinking, maybe I got to figure something else out. But that was probably it. I don't know that there's ever been a time outside of that where I thought, I'm going to do something else. You?
Not that I'm not a huge quitter.
Yeah, me either, yeah.
I've thought about how to pivot and refocus.
Yeah.
I've thought about how to look at other sectors, or how to, my new term, niche down.
Niche down.
Yeah, niche
like
down. Because right now we're operating in 3 sectors.
Okay.
And so I've thought about maybe specializing in one.
Maybe healthcare, maybe not. I see.
Just niching down.
Okay.
But not every time. If I ever feel myself get into the I don't want to do it anymore, then I say, okay, I'm going to think about this again next anniversary of the business. So then it'll be year 2.
Quit tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the notion.
Maybe next anniversary I'll think about this some more, so that there's always a sense of just keep moving forward.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a personal trainer friend years ago that used to tell me, because I'd say, man, sometimes I get up and I just don't feel like working out or whatever. And he'd say, all right, well, listen, all you got to do is, go to the gym, get your stuff, make sure it's easy to put on, get there, and just tell yourself you're going to quit tomorrow. Like, just tell yourself you're going to quit tomorrow. And then when you get to the gym, just say, I'm just doing this today. I'm going to quit tomorrow. Because once you get through the workout,
you're going to do it.
Now you feel great. And then the next day, you're just going to say it again. I'm going to quit tomorrow. So I like that. When I get into those lulls or burnouts or whatever, they don't affect me the way they used to. And I think it's because I've committed to sabbaticals. So I've been doing this for a few years now. I'll take a full week off. Shout out, I got a great team of people who can take care of the business, in my absence. But taking a few days away and leaving all the business behind, I know it's hard, has done wonders for my mental health.
Good for you.
I don't have as many burnouts. And when I do, they're not, they're not terribly bad because I think I do take that time.
I'm glad. I'm glad you learned that at the front end or at the outset, because the roles that I occupied were they would burn me out. Yeah, they would burn me out. And because I go so hard, I'm very intense when I do things. And now I've learned to really delegate to my team. And to trust that I'm not always right, and I don't have all the answers, right?
No, and it's hard to think about that, but it is right. Like, if you put people in place that they're great at what they do, the stress it relieves from you is...
step out of the way and let people do what they do.
Let them do what they do.
So,
Love it.
No, it's been good.
So we're a little over a year in?
Yes.
What's the next 5 years look like?
Definitely want to remain global.
Okay.
And even going beyond the United States and the Caribbean into possibly Europe. So I want the business to be global. I want to grow the team. I also, we're refocusing right now. We're doing a little bit of rebranding of the business as we look at niching down.
Okay.
And and just for it to be successful in terms of helping business owners and organizations, not just to survive, but to thrive.
To thrive.
Yes.
And that's what you're helping businesses
That's
do.
what we're helping them to do.
Small to mid-size enterprises, nonprofits.
And healthcare.
And healthcare. That's your specialty.
Yes.
How do people find you?
They find us online, pearlconsulting.ca.
.ca.
I'm also on LinkedIn under Audrey Gordon.
You are.
And we have a Pearl Consulting page as well, but that's how they find me. And they can actually submit a form on our website page with what types of service they're looking for, and we talk to everyone.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Outside of work, I saw that you're into weightlifting.
Oh, wow.
Weightlifting, is that right?
It was, yeah. I still lift weights now, but not for competition.
Okay.
I did for competition at one point. But
Really?
yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it
They're
was
really
great.
heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy.
That's what I used to tell my trainer. You want me to lift this? Is heavy, man.
Yeah. Train your muscle.
Yeah, that's cool. So weightlifting, golf, tennis.
Pickle.
You said you can golf. What does that mean? Like,
I can go out there and hit the ball.
okay.
I can move around the course, but like I said, I'm admitting I need mulligans.
So I'm fairly new to golf.
Yeah, okay.
I started coming out of COVID.
Okay.
So 5 years, something like that, I've been playing. I don't play very often. First time I was in a golf tournament. So I was maybe 6 months into playing. I just bought my own clubs. And they said, do you want to buy any mulligans? I said, what's a mulligan? Like, oh, it's a do-over.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah, give me 20 of these things.
Yeah.
No, you're limited to 2 is what they said. I said, I'll buy them all. Every hole I'm gonna get one.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so I play. I'm not great. I can get around the course.
Yeah.
I find as the day goes on, my mechanics kind of break down, which is different for me. And I grew up playing basketball and boxing and stuff like that. And as you get warmer, your mechanics sharpen. But in golf, I feel like my mechanics, they slip.
Yes.
On the back nine or whatever. So, but it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a great game. I love it. I love it.
We'll have to play sometime
Yes,
when it warms
for
up.
sure. When it warms up, please.
Audrey, thank you so much for coming and joining us on Stir. This has been so much fun.
Thank you again.
I appreciate you.